disciple friend, it's the Mighty Man, coming back at you again from Walks of Music with yet another word for the day, nightcap edition. Yes, friends, it's Saturday night, and we're going to top the thing off on the right note, getting ready for worship service in the morning, if the Lord will. We want to give a big shout out to the YouTube fam from Baby Justice, all the way up to Big Papa JT as well as Mama JT. Y'all know the routine. As well as the End Time Harvest Gang. Brother Elder Michael McCray, Brother L.A. from Kingdom Knowledge, Brother Hardencliff, Brother P.P. Drawing, Brother J.T., Papa J.T., as well as Brother Orange Flavor. We give y'all your accolades and your shout out. I want to come tonight with a familiar scripture coming from the book of Revelation. In these time, people, that we're living in, it seems as though that a lot of people losing heart. Things doesn't look so well for not too many nations. But it's one thing for certain, people. Two things for sure. You can count on God. We can count on God. That's one thing for certain, and two things for sure we can count on Him every time. And His word is not going to fail. But I just want to read something because of the fact that the way things are right about now. We have so much calamity, people. But remember now, the Bible told us that. Jesus said these days will come. But I want to read something. And I have done this before. You done heard this before. There's nothing new. But we got to keep repeating it. To get it in our minds and in our hearts and get it fixed in there. Because, like I said, people need hope in these days that we're living in. So I'm finna give you some hope. A whole big dose of it right now. Revelation 21, first verse. And I saw a new heaven and a new earth. For the first heaven and the first earth were passed away. And there was no more sea, no more division. And I, John, saw the holy city, New Jerusalem, coming down from God out of heaven, prepared as a bride adorned for her husband. And I heard a great voice out of heaven saying, Behold, the tabernacle of God is with men, and He will dwell with them, and they shall be His people, and God Himself shall be with them, and be their God. And God shall wipe away all tears from their eyes, and there shall be no more death, neither sorrow nor crying, neither shall there be any more pain, for the former things are passed away. And He that sat upon the throne said, Behold, I make all things new. And He said unto me, Write, for these words are true and faithful. And He said unto me, It is done. I am Alpha and Omega, the beginning and the end. I will give unto him that is athirst of the fountain of the water of life freely. He that overcometh shall inherit all things. You see that, people? Overcome. You see, we got to go through some things. He that overcomes shall inherit all things, and I will be his God, and he shall be my son. But the fearful and unbelieving, and the abominable, and murderers, and whoremongers, and sorcerers, and idolaters, and all liars shall have their part in the lake which burneth with fire and brimstone, which is the second death. May God add a blessing to the readers here, and especially the doers of His holy word. People, you see, we win. I've said this before. I done said this many times, and I'm going to keep repeating it. I'm going to keep repeating it until we get it. We win, people. Christians, friends, brothers and sisters, we win. You see, yes, it look rough right now. Yes, it does. But we win. Keep on keeping on, people. Do you see what the book say? We win. We win. That's all I can say, people. Everything that we are going through, this will make it all worth it. When this day right here comes, everything that we've been going through, it gonna seem like nothing when we get to this day right here. God said, I'll make all things new. People, look, think about it. No more pain, no more death, no more cry. All this stuff that we have to suffer now, all that will be gone. People, we don't even know how to even imagine a life without some of this stuff here, without some sort of pain, without some sort of heartache, without death. We don't even understand. We can't even imagine life without that. But right here, God telling us this here, right? He told John to write because this is faithful and it's true. You can depend on it. People, come on, Christian friend. You know it's hard. Yes, it is. I'm not gonna lie. The things that we are seeing in the visible, it don't look too good, people. Ain't anybody sit here and said it is not. Now, see, you know what? You're not being realistic. But by faith, we can make it. But we got to keep our hands in God's hand. And then, you know what? Read the 20. You know what we ought to do? Minute Man gonna challenge you every time, and including Minute Man. I'm challenging me too. Every time I feel like I want to feel like defeated and want to get the feeling sorry for myself and get the feeling something pitiful, read the 21st chapter. Just the first 8 verses. Read Revelation 21, 1 through 8. Every time you feel discouraged, read that. And to remind yourself that we win. Yes, it may look bad for some of us now. And people, they're going to get worse, I believe. Because the scripture says so. Some of us going to even lose our life, but we're going to save it. We win. But let me tell you something now. Look at verse 8. Now, if you fit in this category, now look what it said. The fearful, unbelieving, abominable, murderers, whoremongers, sorcerers, idolaters, and all liars. Look at that. The people that y'all that go around and they love to tell lies. You look at that. He didn't say all murderers. He didn't say all fearful, all unbelieving, or all the abominable, but he did say all liars. All liars are going to have their part in the lake which burned with fire and brimstone. We know that's the lake of fire. That's the second death. That's where everything going to be thrown, the devil and everything else. Death and hell going to be thrown in the lake of fire. So people, that's the place we don't want to go. And then I'm just going to say, I'm on my way. Hopefully, I'll be right back here in the morning with the Sunday morning edition, a word for the day. And I might do 21st chapter of Revelation again. I'm going to do it until we get it right. I'm going to do it until it makes somebody happy. Because people, we win. It may not look like it, but we win. We got God's assurance. He told John, right, for these things are faithful and true. People, if I just hold on. I mean, I don't care if I get into heaven leaning to one side, just as long as I make it in there. I could be leaning to one side and just barely crack the door. Just before the door closed and the gate closed. If I get in that way, it's fine with Minute Man. I just want to make it in. And when John said he saw the New Jerusalem descending out of heaven on this earth, people, this earth is without end. It tell you that in Isaiah, people. This is an earth without end. So don't let nobody give you that doomsday story about this world going to blow up and all. No. No, this world going to be renovated. God said he's going to make all things new. This world is without end. You can't destroy. Man cannot destroy anything God made. God is not going to allow it. This earth is here forever. And God himself coming to dwell on it with us. That we got his word and his assurance. So with that said, I'm just going to end this video right here. And I'm just going to tell you that whatever you get or whatever you get into, if God isn't in it, people, it's best that we come out of it. This is Minute Man saying peace, goodbye.